Hi everybody, this is Jenny from By Jenny Designs, and today I'm going to be showing you how to work up this simple scarf. It works great for both men and women, and the finished measurements for this scarf will be 72 inches by 6 inches wide. For this pattern, you're going to need about 350 yards of any medium weight yarn that you'd like. And then you're going to need a size J or 6mm crochet hook, scissors, and a darning needle. And then this is optional, but I like to use stitch markers to help me keep count of the long chain that we're going to be using in the beginning. Okay, to begin this pattern, we need to make a chain of 254. So go ahead and start with your slip knot. And then this is where you're going to want to use your stitch markers to help you keep count. I like to place one in every 50th chain. So I'll leave you to work up your chain. So just go ahead and work up 254 chains, and then I will meet back up with you here when my chain is completed. Okay, so I've completed my chain of 254. And now if you use stitch markers, you can remove them, or you can just remove them as you come across them. So now we need to double crochet into the third chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3. And we just need to double crochet into each chain across. So go ahead and work your way all the way across, double crocheting into each chain, and then I will meet up with you at the end of the row. I'm just working my last double crochet of row 1. Your stitch count for this row and all rows in the pattern should be 253, and this includes the 2 chains that you skipped in the beginning. This here counts as a double crochet. Chain 2 for row 2, and then turn your piece. And now all your chain 2s throughout the pattern count as a double crochet. So we will not be working into the first stitch. Start in your second stitch and work a front post double crochet. And then in the next stitch, work a back post double crochet. And then a front post double crochet in the next stitch. Go ahead and continue to repeat, alternating these 2 stitches. Work your way all the way across until you get to the very last stitch. And in that very last stitch, we're going to work a regular double crochet. Okay, so I'm here at the end of row 2. I've worked my last front post double crochet. So now to end this row, we're going to double crochet into this chain here. And now for row 3, you're going to chain 2 and turn. And then you're just going to be working a back post double crochet where you already have a back post double crochet, and then a front post double crochet where you have a front post double crochet. So to start, we have a back post here. And then next we have a front post. So just go ahead and work your way across. And when you get to the end, you're going to work a double crochet into the last stitch, just like we did in row 2. I am just working up my last back post double crochet. And then our final stitch will be a double crochet right here. And now for row 4, go ahead and chain 2 and turn. skip your first stitch, and now we're going to double crochet into the back loop only all the way across. So only work in your back loops. Go ahead and work your way across, and I will meet up with you at the end of the row. Okay, so I'm just working up my last double crochet of row 4. So for row 5, you're going to chain 2, turn, and now skipping your first stitch, we're going to work a double crochet into the front loop only of each stitch across. Just like this. Go ahead and work your way across, and then I will meet up with you at the end of the row. I'm just finishing up row 5 here, and now when you get to your last stitch you need to work, it might be a little bit tight, but you should be working your stitch right here on the top of this chain. Okay, so now for rows 6, 7, and 8, they're all going to be worked the same way. So we're going to chain 2 and turn. And then for each row, you're just going to be skipping your first stitch, and then you're going to use both loops now and just double crochet all the way across. Just like this. So I'm going to let you work that up all the way through row 8, and then I will meet up with you at the end of row 8. Okay, I'm just working my last stitch of row 8. Okay, for row 9, we're going to chain 2 and turn. And now you need to work a double crochet into the front loop of each stitch across, and remember to skip your first stitch. Go ahead and work your way across, and I will meet up with you at the end of the row. I'm just finishing up row 9 here. For row 10, we're going to chain 2 and then turn your piece over. And now we're going to be working our double crochets into the back loop only. Skip your first stitch, and then go ahead and double crochet across using only the back loop, and I will see you at the end of the row. I am just finishing up row 10. Okay, for row 11, chain 2 and turn. And we're still skipping our first stitch. Now we're going to work a back post double crochet around the very next stitch. And then a front post double crochet. Back post double crochet. Go ahead and continue to repeat this along the whole row. Just alternating back post and front post double crochet, and then I will meet up with you at the end of the row. Okay, I'm just finishing up row 11. And your last stitch of this row should just be a regular double crochet into this chain. For row 12, chain 2 and turn. And now you're just going to be working a front post double crochet where you already have a front post double crochet, and then back post double crochet where you have a back post double crochet. So skip your first stitch, front post double crochet, back post double crochet. Continue to work your way all the way across, and I'll see you at the end of the row. Okay, I'm at the end of row 12 now. Just working my last front post double crochet, and then your very final stitch of the row will just be a double crochet into the top of this chain 2. And then you can go ahead and fasten off. And now all that's left to do is to sew in your ends. You should have a pretty nice straight edge there. If you don't, you could also, instead of fastening off, you could chain 1 and then work a row of single crochet across here. So now we have our whole scarf finished. I'll just show you how to sew in an end here. So thread your needle with your yarn, and then just take your needle and work your way down over here. Now you can hide your yarn in these posts, so that's what I'm going to do. Just work my way over there. And then just very carefully weave your yarn through the post. And just go back and forth 3 times. And then you just need to go ahead and sew in your other end or any other ends you have from joining more yarn. So now we're all finished with the scarf. It's kind of hard to show here on my little table, but I just wanted to say thank you for watching and crocheting along with me, and I hope I will see you again soon.